Hey everyone, welcome. We are going to be working on copying segments first. That way eventually we can be able to make stuff that's right down here. So if you see, this is a pretty intricate design, and there's all sorts of crazy stuff, and it's all with geometry. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to start to work on some of these things today. The first thing you have to do is you have to be able to copy a segment. Alright, so what we're going to do is, let's say you have a segment already made up. What you're going to do is you're going to take your compass, and my compass, I have it adjustable here right now. See, the first thing you want to do is you're going to line it up. Now I'm going to line up this one with my right hand because I am left-handed. So if you're right-handed, you might want to put it this way. Okay, but since I'm left-handed, I'm going to try and keep my right hand on the point. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is make sure that your point, the little X that's on this compass, is going to be right on that end point that you have. So see how it's right there? Okay, good. Once it's there, then I can put my finger on it and I can swirl this around. Now it shouldn't move too much. Now the other thing I'm going to try and do here is I'm going to try to get the spot where I put my pencil to go right in the spot where the end of that segment is. So you see right where that end point is? I'm going to try and get there. And so what I'll do is actually we'll just zoom in and see how close we can get to see if we can get this really good. Alright, so there we go. So if I move this a little bit, see how no, it's not on, and right in there. And right there, it's pretty good. Now the more exact you are in this, the better it will turn out. Alright, so once I have this, I'm going to just twist it, and I should have this compass is now set to be that point. I'll just move this back a little bit more. Okay, there. So now I've got my compass setting should be the exact same distance as this thing. So now all I have to do is really just copy it. The first thing you should do when you're going to copy it is to mark a point. Alright, so if you don't mark it, then you're going to have to go back and do that later anyway, and it's just a hassle anyway. So mark that first point, and then put this rotating part right on it, right to that point goes right here. Okay, so do that, and then you're just going to go here, and you're just going to make a mark. And it doesn't have to be very big. I would make it slightly more than just a point, because if I could just do one of these things. So you don't have to make that whole thing. And then we just need a point on here. So any point on there. So the shorter you make this, the better it will be. So I don't really need all this stuff. You can make it a lot smaller than it is. Okay. You can also just leave it if you make an arc. It's not that big of a deal. So now I have this endpoint, I have this endpoint, and I can use the straight edge part of this compass to now just connect them. Here to here, and I just connect them. And now if I have this one as A and B, I now have, we can call this A prime, B prime, or we can name them by different letters. And that's all it is. That's all you have to do in order to copy a segment.